Announcer bot is active. Samuel Mervin is P10. David Raleigh is P5 on mediums. Lou Mascarelli from United States is P7 on mediums. David Raleigh is P4. "35 minutes remaining in the session. Lou Mascarelli is P3. Best lap is a 2:07.226. 3.023 behind the leader. David Raleigh is P7. Best lap is a 10:54.529. 8:50.326 behind the leader. Ian Jolicoeur from Canada is P8 on mediums. Best lap is a 11:11.614. 9:08.242 behind the leader. David Raleigh is P4. Best lap is a 2:06.266. 2.894 behind the leader. Ken Rodriguez from United States is P9 on softs. Best lap is a 7:11.627. 5:08.255 behind the leader. Marc DeGraw from Canada is P1 with 40 kilos on mediums. Best lap is a 2:03.372. Sergio Calderon from Colombia is P8 on mediums. Best lap is a 2:09.190. 5.818 behind the leader. Marc DeGraw is P1. David Raleigh is P4. Samuel Mervin is P12 on mediums. David Rally is P2. Best lap is a 2:04.144. 0.772 behind the leader. Samuel Mervin is P12. David Rally is P3. Samuel Mervin is P11. Best lap is a 2:11.483. 8.216 behind the leader. Lou Mascarelli is P6. Best lap is a 2:07.038. 3.771 behind the leader. David Rally is P3. "30 minutes remaining in the session." Lou Mascarelli is P6. Best lap is a 2:06.251. 2.984 behind the leader. Chuck Carter from United States is P7 on mediums. Best lap is a 2:07.190. 3.923 behind the leader. Kenny Mervin is P10 on mediums. Best lap is a 2:08.204. 4.937 behind the leader. Samuel Mervin is P11 on softs. Brian Story from Canada is P14 on mediums. Kevin Miller from Canada is P5 with 20 kilos on mediums. Best lap is a 2:06.061. 2.794 behind the leader. Brian Story is P14. Kevin Miller is P6. Lou Mascarelli is P5. Best lap is a 2:05.395. 2.128 behind the leader. David Rally is P3. Lou Mascarelli is P5. Samuel Mervin is P12. Lou Mascarelli is P5. Brian's Story is P13. Best lap is a 4:48.770. 2:45.503 behind the leader. David Rally is P3. Lou Mascarelli is P4. Best lap is a 2:04.971. 1.704 behind the leader. Brian's Story is P13. Lou Mascarelli is P4. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Sergio Calderon is P8. Best lap is a 2:06.980. 3.713 behind the leader. Samuel Mervin is P12. Lou Mascarelli is P5. Andrew Werner from United States is P14 on mediums. Best lap is a 12:48.341. 10:45.074 behind the leader. Bennett Mervin is P15 on softs. Ken Rodriguez is P1. Best lap is a 2:03.267. Kevin Miller is P4. Best lap is a 2:04.349. 1.082 behind the leader. Sergio Calderon is P8. Ian Jolicoeur is P10 on softs. Best lap is a 2:08.013. 4.746 behind the leader. Bennett Mervin is P15. Kevin Miller is P4 with 20 kilos. Kenny Mervin is P11. Andrew Werner is P14. Bennett Mervin is P15. Kevin Miller is P4 on hards. Bennett Mervin is P15. Best lap is a 22:38.199. 20:34.932 behind the leader. Kevin Miller is P4 with 20 kilos. Sergio Calderon is P9. Best lap is a 2:06.885. 3.618 behind the leader. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Kevin Miller is P4. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos on softs. Bennett Mervin is P15. Best lap is a 2:18.568. 15.301 behind the leader. Kevin Miller is P5 with 20 kilos. Mark DeGraw is P2. Sergio Calderon is P11. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Sergio Calderon is P11. Kenny Mervin is P13. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Best lap is a 2:01.856. Andrew Werner is P6 on softs. Best lap is a 2:04.368. 2.512 behind the leader. The qualification session is at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring, USA. Ken Rodriguez from United States is P14 on softs. The qualifying session is now underway. Ian Jolicoeur from Canada is P13 on softs. Chuck Carter from United States is P2 on softs. Kevin Miller from Canada is P7 with 20 kilos on softs. Lou Mascarelli from United States is P7 on softs. Andrew Werner from United States is P3 on softs. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Marc DeGraw from Canada is P1 with 40 kilos on softs. Marc DeGraw improved his P1 with a 2:02.167. Ian Jolicoeur is P4. Ian Jolicoeur is provisional pole with a 2:01.793. Samuel Mervyn is P5 on softs. Samuel Mervyn improved his P4 with a 2:09.558. Chuck Carter is P6. Andrew Werner is P5. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Ian Jolicoeur is provisional pole with a 2:00.944. Lou Mascarelli is P5. Lou Mascarelli improved is P4 with a 2:03.712. Bennett Mervin is P10 on softs. Brian Story from Canada is P5 on softs. Brian Story improved is P5 with a 2:04.251. Sergio Calderon from Colombia is P7 on softs. Sergio Calderon improved is P8 with a 2:05.764. Lou Mascarelli is P4. Chuck Carter is P12. Samuel Mervin is P10. Samuel Mervin improved is P10 with a 2:08.520. Bennett Mervin is P12. Bennett Mervin improved is P12 with a 2:10.374. Gregory Myers from United States is P6 with 30 kilos on softs. Gregory Myers improved is P5 with a 2:03.725. John Wathan from United States is P9 on softs. 10 minutes remaining in the session. John Wathan improved is P7 with a 2:04.241. Samuel Mervin is P12. Chuck Carter is P9. John Wathan is P7. John Wathan improved is P5 with a 203.325. Brian Story is P8. Brian Story improved is P8 with a 203.846. David Raleigh is P11 on softs. David Raleigh improved is P3 with a 202.363. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Ian Jolicoeur is provisional pole with a 200.702. Kevin Miller is P15. Kevin Miller improved is P15 with a 421.824. Sergio Calderon is P11. Sergio Calderon improved is P11 with a 205.574. Marc DeGraw is P2. Marc DeGraw improved is P2 with a 202.070. David Raleigh is P3. Five minutes remaining in the session. Samuel Mervyn is P13. Chuck Carter is P10. Chuck Carter improved his P10 with a 204.706. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Samuel Mervin is P14. Ken Rodriguez is P5. Ken Rodriguez improved is P3 with a 202.338. Andrew Werner is P5. Andrew Werner improved is P5 with a 202.375. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Lou Mascarelli improved is P7 with a 203.460. Sergio Calderon is P12. Kenny Mervin is P13 on mediums. Kenny Mervin improved is P13 with a 206.095. Ian Jolicoeur is P1 on mediums. Best lap is a 2:00.702. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Best lap is a 2:03.460. 2.758 behind the leader. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Ken Rodriguez is P3. Best lap is a 2:02.338. 1.636 behind the leader. Bennett Mervin is P15. Best lap is a 2:10.374. 9.672 behind the leader. The race session is at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring, USA. Ken Rodriguez from United States is P3 on mediums. Ian Jolicoeur from Canada is P1 on mediums. Marc Degraw from Canada is P2 with 40 kilos on mediums. Ken Rodriguez is P3. David Raleigh is P4 on mediums. Andrew Werner from United States is P5 on mediums. John Wathan from United States is P6 on mediums. Lou Mascarelli from United States is P7 on mediums. Gregory Myers from United States is P8 with 30 kilos on mediums. Brian Story from Canada is P9 on softs. Kevin Miller from Canada is P10 with 20 kilos on mediums. Chuck Carter from United States is P11 on mediums. Sergio Calderon from Colombia is P12 on mediums. Kenny Mervin is P13 on mediums. Samuel Mervin is P14 on softs. Bennett Mervin is P15 on softs. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Marc Degraw is P2. Ken Rodriguez is P3. David Raleigh is P4. Andrew Werner is P5. John Wathan is P6. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Gregory Myers is P8. Brian Story is P9. Kevin Miller is P10. Chuck Carter is P11. Sergio Calderon is P12. Kenny Mervin is P13. Samuel Mervin is P14. Bennett Mervin is P15. Race start. Mark DeGraw is P2. Andrew Werner is P5. Lou Mascarelli is P8. John Wathan is P6. Gregory Myers is P8 with 30 kilos. David Raleigh is P4. Gregory Myers is P8. David Raleigh is P4. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Kevin Miller is P10 with 20 kilos. Andrew Werner is P5. Mark DeGraw is P2. David Raleigh is P4. Ken Rodriguez is P3. Brian Story is P9. John Wathan is P6. Mark DeGraw is P2. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Ken Rodriguez is P3. John Wathan is P6. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Lou Mascarelli is P7. Kevin Miller entering the pits is P15. Ken Rodriguez is P3 battling David Raleigh. Gregory Myers is P9 battling Brian Story. Kevin Miller entering the pits is P15. Andrew Werner is P5 0.4 seconds ahead of John Wathan. David Raleigh is P4 0.3 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Gregory Myers is P9 0.1 seconds ahead of Chuck Carter. David Raleigh is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P12 0.2 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kenny Mervin is P11 0.4 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Andrew Werner is P5 0.5 seconds behind David Raleigh. Brian Story is P8 0.4 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kenny Mervin is P11 0.3 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Andrew Werner is P5 0.4 seconds behind David Raleigh. Kenny Mervin is P11 0.1 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Gregory Myers is P9 0.5 seconds behind Brian Story. Sergio Calderon is P12 0.1 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Gregory Myers is P9 with 30 kilos 0.5 seconds behind Brian Story. Samuel Mervin is P13 0.5 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Brian Story is P8 0.4 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Samuel Mervin is P12 0.2 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Mark DeGraw is P2 1.3 seconds behind Ian Jolicoeur. David Raleigh is P4 0.6 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Chuck Carter is P9 1.1 seconds behind Gregory Myers. David Raleigh is P4 0.6 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Brian Story is P12 0.7 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Andrew Werner is P5 0.4 seconds behind David Raleigh. David Raleigh is P4 0.2 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Brian Story is P12 0.7 seconds behind Samuel Mervyn. David Raleigh is P5 0.2 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Brian Story is P12 0.2 seconds behind Samuel Mervyn. David Raleigh is P5 0.5 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Brian Story is P11 0.8 seconds ahead of Samuel Mervyn. Lou Mascarelli is P7 1.6 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Brian Story is P11 1.0 seconds ahead of Samuel Mervyn. Lou Mascarelli is P7 1.3 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Brian Story is P11 0.7 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. David Raleigh is P5 1.1 seconds behind Andrew Werner. John Wathan is P6 3.0 seconds behind David Raleigh. Samuel Mervyn is P12 2.0 seconds behind Brian Story. Brian Story is P11 0.7 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Lou Mascarelli is P7 0.6 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Brian Story is P11 0.5 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Gregory Myers is P8 0.4 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Gregory Myers is P8 with 30 kilos 0.3 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Andrew Werner is P4 0.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P15. Andrew Werner is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11 0.4 seconds behind Brian Story. Lou Mascarelli is P7 0.8 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Sergio Calderon is P12 2.3 seconds ahead of Kenny Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P7 0.6 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Andrew Werner is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P7 0.2 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Andrew Werner is P4 0.7 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P10 0.9 seconds behind Brian Story. Samuel Mervin is P10. Sergio Calderon is P11 0.5 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.9 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Sergio Calderon is P11 0.5 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.4 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.7 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.5 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.7 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.5 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. David Rowley is P5 1.9 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.3 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.4 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.2 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P13 0.1 seconds behind Samuel Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. David Raleigh is P5 0.2 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. Bennett Mervin is P14. Sergio Calderon is P11 0.3 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. David Raleigh is P5 0.9 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P4 0.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11 1.0 seconds ahead of Lou Mascarelli. Andrew Werner is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11 0.6 seconds ahead of Lou Mascarelli. Lou Mascarelli is P12 0.5 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Andrew Werner is P4 0.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P12 0.1 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. David Raleigh is P5 0.5 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Lou Mascarelli is P12 0.1 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Brian Story entering the pits after 10 laps on softs is P9. Andrew Werner is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11 0.3 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Andrew Werner is P4 0.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Brian Story is P13 on mediums. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P10 0.6 seconds ahead of Sergio Calderon. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P15 with 20 kilos. Bennett Mervin is P14. Andrew Werner is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. "95 minutes remaining in the session. Bennett Mervin is P14. Sergio Calderone is P11 2.5 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Sergio Calderone entering the pits after 11 laps on mediums is P11. Andrew Werner is P4 0.1 seconds behind David Raleigh. David Raleigh is P3 0.2 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Sergio Calderone is P13. Lou Mascarelli is P10 1.1 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Andrew Werner is P3 0.7 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. Lou Mascarelli is P10 0.5 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Gregory Myers entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P7. David Raleigh is P4 0.5 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Bennett Mervin is P14. Kenny Mervin is P9 0.2 seconds ahead of Lou Mascarelli. Kenny Mervin entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P10. Ken Rodriguez is P6 4.6 seconds ahead of Chuck Carter. Samuel Mervin entering the pits after 12 laps on softs is P11. Gregory Myers is P9. David Raleigh is P4 0.7 seconds behind Andrew Werner. Kenny Mervin is P11. Samuel Mervin is P13 2.5 seconds behind Sergio Calderone. Ian Jolicoeur entering the pits after 13 laps on mediums is P1. Kenny Mervin is P12 0.4 seconds behind Sergio Calderone. Andrew Werner entering the pits after 13 laps on mediums is P3. Andrew Werner is P3 3.4 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. Ian Jolicoeur is P4 3.0 seconds behind John Wathan. Kenny Mervin is P12 2.3 seconds behind Sergio Calderone. Andrew Werner is P7. Bennett Mervin is P14. Mark DeGraw is P1. "90 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Story is P10. Ian Jolicoeur is P4, 0.9 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Samuel Mervin is P13. Chuck Carter is P6. Sergio Calderon is P11, 2.3 seconds ahead of Kenny Mervin. Bennett Mervin is P14. Mark DeGraw is P1. Gregory Myers is P9. Mark DeGraw is P1. Kevin Miller is P15. David Rowley is P2, 1.5 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Mark DeGraw entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P1. Mark DeGraw is P1. John Wathan entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P2. John Wathan is P2. David Rowley entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P5. Kenny Mervin is P12, 4.4 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. David Rowley is P5. Chuck Carter entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P6. Chuck Carter is P6. Ken Rodriguez is P2, 4.1 seconds behind Ian Jolicoeur. John Wathan is P6. Bennett Mervin entering the pits after 15 laps on softs is P14. David Rowley is P7. Chuck Carter is P9. David Rowley is P7, 1.8 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Mascarelli is P5 1.0 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Bennett Mervin is P15. David Rowley is P7 1.7 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. 85 minutes remaining in the session. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Ken Rodriguez entering the pits after 16 laps on mediums is P2. Ken Rodriguez is P2. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Mark DeGraw is P2. Kenny Mervin entering the pits after 4 laps on mediums is P3. John Wathan is P7 0.3 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Kenny Mervin is P8. John Wathan is P5 0.5 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Lou Mascarelli is P4 0.8 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Samuel Mervin is P13. Lou Mascarelli is P4 0.7 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Bennett Mervin is P15. Lou Mascarelli is P4 0.8 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Lou Mascarelli entering the pits after 17 laps on mediums is P5. Ken Rodriguez is P7 1.9 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Chuck Carter is P10. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Gregory Myers is P6 1.1 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Samuel Mervin is P12. Gregory Myers is P6 0.6 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. 80 minutes remaining in the session. John Wathan is P4. Gregory Myers is P7, 0.1 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kenny Mervin is P14. Ken Rodriguez is P7, 0.4 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Samuel Mervin is P12. Ken Rodriguez is P7, 0.3 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Sergio Calderon is P10. Ken Rodriguez is P7, 0.3 seconds behind Gregory Myers. John Wathan is P4, 5.0 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. Ken Rodriguez is P7, 0.1 seconds behind Gregory Myers. John Wathan is P4, 4.3 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. Ken Rodriguez is P7, 0.1 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Kevin Miller entering the pits after 18 laps on mediums is P13. Kevin Miller is P13 with 20 kilos. Ken Rodriguez is P7, 0.3 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Gregory Myers is P7 with 30 kilos, 0.2 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P14. Lou Mascarelli is P11. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Bennett Mervin is P15. Lou Mascarelli is P11. Kevin Miller is P14 with 20 kilos. Brian Story is P8. Kevin Miller is P14. 75 minutes remaining in the session. Gregory Myers is P7 0.6 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. David Raleigh is P5 1.2 seconds behind John Wathan. Gregory Myers is P7 with 30 kilos 0.9 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. David Raleigh is P5 0.8 seconds behind John Wathan. Bennett Mervin is P15. David Raleigh is P5 0.7 seconds behind John Wathan. Bennett Mervin is P15. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Brian Story is P8. Andrew Werner is P3. David Raleigh is P4 1.8 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Andrew Werner is P3. Sergio Calderon is P10. Kenny Mervin is P13. Sergio Calderon is P10. Sergio Calderon entering the pits after 11 laps on mediums is P10. Ken Rodriguez is P6 3.1 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Sergio Calderon is P11. Ken Rodriguez is P6 3.5 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. 70 minutes remaining in the session. Kenny Mervin is P13. Sergio Calderon is P12. Bennett Mervin entering the pits after 7 laps on softs is P15. Ken Rodriguez is P6. Gregory Myers entering the pits after 11 laps on mediums is P7. Gregory Myers is P7. Ken Rodriguez is P6. David Rowley is P4 3.3 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Bennett Mervin is P15. Sergio Calderon is P12. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Sergio Calderon is P12. Andrew Werner entering the pits after 11 laps on mediums is P3. Andrew Werner is P3. Ken Rodriguez is P6. Bennett Mervin is P15. Andrew Werner is P5 2.1 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. David Rowley is P3 3.9 seconds ahead of John Wathan. Gregory Myers is P9. Mark DeGraw is P2. Kevin Miller is P14 2.2 seconds behind Kenny Mervin. Gregory Myers is P9. Samuel Mervin entering the pits after 12 laps on softs is P11. 30-second pit lane speeding penalty for Samuel Mervin. Samuel Mervin is P11. Ken Rodriguez is P5. Kenny Mervin is P13 1.3 seconds ahead of Kevin Miller. 65 minutes remaining in the session. Samuel Mervin is P12. Brian Story entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P7. Brian Story is P8, 0.8 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Ken Rodriguez is P5, 3.7 seconds behind John Wathan. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Ian Jolicoeur entering the pits after 13 laps on mediums is P1. Ken Rodriguez is P5, 3.6 seconds behind John Wathan. Brian Story is P9. Ian Jolicoeur is P1, 0.5 seconds ahead of Marc DeGraw. Kevin Miller is P13 with 20 kilos, 2.0 seconds ahead of Kenny Mervin. David Rowley is P3. Kevin Miller is P13, 2.8 seconds ahead of Kenny Mervin. John Wathan is P4, 2.3 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Chuck Carter is P7. Gregory Myers is P8 with 30 kilos. Kevin Miller is P13, 3.5 seconds ahead of Kenny Mervin. Marc DeGraw is P1 with 40 kilos. John Wathan is P4. David Rowley is P3. Kenny Mervin is P14. Chuck Carter is P7. Gregory Myers is P8. Lou Mascarelli is P10. 60 minutes remaining in the session. Chuck Carter is P7. Lou Mascarelli entering the pits after 10 laps on mediums is P10. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Ken Rodriguez is P5, 1.5 seconds behind John Wathan. David Raleigh entering the pits after 13 laps on mediums is P3. David Raleigh is P3. Chuck Carter is P7. Lou Mascarelli is P10. John Wathan is P3, 0.9 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. David Raleigh is P6. Samuel Mervyn is P12. Ken Rodriguez is P4, 0.8 seconds behind John Wathan. John Wathan is P3, 0.8 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Ian Jolicoeur is P2. Kenny Mervyn entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P14. Kenny Mervyn is P14. Ken Rodriguez is P4, 1.0 seconds behind John Wathan. Samuel Mervyn entering the pits after 4 laps on mediums is P13. Kenny Mervyn is P14. Ken Rodriguez is P4, 0.9 seconds behind John Wathan. Samuel Mervyn is P10. Bennett Mervyn is P15. John Wathan is P3, 0.3 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Chuck Carter is P7. David Raleigh is P6. Brian Story is P9. Mark DeGraw is P1. Mark DeGraw entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P1. Brian Story is P9. Mark DeGraw is P2. Ken Rodriguez is P3, 1.1 seconds ahead of John Wathan. David Rally is P6. 55 minutes remaining in the session. John Wathan is P4, 2.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. John Wathan entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P4. Andrew Werner is P5. David Rally is P6. Chuck Carter entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P7. John Wathan is P6. Chuck Carter is P7, 1.2 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Ken Rodriguez is P2, 4.8 seconds ahead of Mark DeGraw. Andrew Werner is P4. Chuck Carter is P8. Andrew Werner is P4. Brian Story is P9. Andrew Werner is P4. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Andrew Werner is P4. Gregory Myers is P7 with 30 kilos. Kevin Miller is P12. Gregory Myers is P7. Brian Story is P9, 4.0 seconds behind Chuck Carter. David Rally is P5. Ken Rodriguez entering the pits after 16 laps on mediums is P2. Ken Rodriguez is P2, 1.3 seconds ahead of Mark DeGraw. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Brian Story is P9, 3.2 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Ken Rodriguez is P4. 50 minutes remaining in the session. Kevin Miller is P12 with 20 kilos. David Raleigh is P4. Kenny Mervin is P14. Bennett Mervin is P15. Kenny Mervin is P14. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Kenny Mervin is P14. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Ken Rodriguez is P5. Brian Story is P9. Sergio Calderon is P11. John Wathan is P6. Sergio Calderon is P11. John Wathan is P6. Lou Mascarelli is P10. John Wathan is P6. Sergio Calderon entering the pits after 11 laps on mediums is P11. Sergio Calderon is P11. Ken Rodriguez is P5. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Sergio Calderon is P12. 45 minutes remaining in the session. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Bennett Mervin is P15. Lou Mascarelli is P10. David Raleigh is P4. Ken Rodriguez is P5. Gregory Myers is P7 with 30 kilos. Gregory Myers entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P7. Ken Rodriguez is P5. Samuel Mervin is P13. Kenny Mervin is P13, 0.8 seconds ahead of Samuel Mervin. Gregory Myers is P7. Sergio Calderon is P12. Andrew Werner is P3. Andrew Werner entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P3. Chuck Carter is P8, 0.2 seconds behind Gregory Myers. John Wathan is P6. Andrew Werner is P4. Chuck Carter is P8, 0.7 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Kevin Miller is P11. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Sergio Calderon is P12. Mark DeGraw is P2. Gregory Myers is P7, 1.9 seconds ahead of Chuck Carter. 40 minutes remaining in the session. Kevin Miller is P11 with 20 kilos. Kenny Mervin is P13. Samuel Mervin entering the pits after 8 laps on softs is P14. 10-second pit lane speeding penalty for Samuel Mervin. 40 seconds total. Samuel Mervin is P14. Kevin Miller entering the pits after 18 laps on mediums is P11. Kevin Miller is P11. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Samuel Mervin is P14. Chuck Carter is P8, 3.3 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Kenny Mervin is P13. Bennett Mervin entering the pits after 13 laps on softs is P15. Bennett Mervin is P15. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Mark DeGraw is P2. Bennett Mervin is P15. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Ian Jolicoeur entering the pits after 13 laps on mediums is P1. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Samuel Mervin entering the pits is P14. Samuel Mervin is P14. Mark DeGraw is P2. Chuck Carter is P8, 3.3 seconds ahead of Brian Story. Andrew Werner is P5. 35 minutes remaining in the session. Bennett Mervin is P15. Brian Story is P9, 1.3 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Gregory Myers is P7 with 30 kilos. Mark DeGraw is P2. Brian Story is P9, 1.3 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Bennett Mervin is P15. Mark DeGraw is P2. Kenny Mervin is P13. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Mark DeGraw is P2. Samuel Mervin is P14. John Wathan is P6. Gregory Myers is P7. Brian Story is P9, 0.9 seconds behind Chuck Carter. Kenny Mervin is P13. Kenny Mervin entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P13. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Mark DeGraw is P2. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Kenny Mervin is P13. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Chuck Carter is P8 1.7 seconds ahead of Brian Story. Mark DeGraw is P2. Kevin Miller is P12 2.1 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Mark DeGraw is P2. Chuck Carter is P9 2.8 seconds behind Brian Story. Kevin Miller is P12 1.3 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Chuck Carter is P9 2.7 seconds behind Brian Story. Brian Story is P8 0.7 seconds ahead of Chuck Carter. Brian Story entering the pits after 17 laps on mediums is P8. Chuck Carter is P8. Samuel Mervin is P14. Samuel Mervin entering the pits after 4 laps on softs is P14. David Raleigh entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P3. Kevin Miller is P12 0.4 seconds behind Sergio Calderon. Brian Story is P9. Lou Mascarelli entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P10. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Samuel Mervin is P14. John Wathan is P6 0.2 seconds behind David Raleigh. Chuck Carter is P8. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Kenny Mervin is P13. Chuck Carter is P8. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Andrew Werner is P4. Bennett Mervyn is P15. Gregory Myers is P7 with 30 kilos. Samuel Mervyn entering the pits is P14. Samuel Mervyn is P14. Marc Degraw is P2. Marc Degraw entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P2. Ken Rodriguez is P3. David Rowley is P6 1.1 seconds behind John Wathan. Marc Degraw is P3 with 40 kilos 3.2 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. David Rowley is P6 0.8 seconds behind John Wathan. John Wathan is P6 0.1 seconds behind David Rowley. John Wathan entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P6. Sergio Calderon is P12. Marc Degraw is P3 2.3 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Kenny Mervyn is P13. Chuck Carter is P8. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Sergio Calderon is P12. Sergio Calderon entering the pits after 11 laps on mediums is P12. Chuck Carter entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P8. Chuck Carter is P8. Ken Rodriguez is P2. Sergio Calderon is P12. Bennett Mervyn is P15. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Marc de Graaf is P3 with 40 kilos 1.8 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. Sergio Calderon is P12. Marc de Graaf is P3 1.9 seconds ahead of Andrew Werner. David Raleigh is P5. Chuck Carter is P9. Ken Rodriguez entering the pits after 15 laps on mediums is P2. Ken Rodriguez is P2. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. John Wathan is P7. Ken Rodriguez is P4. John Wathan is P7. David Raleigh is P5 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P11 0.1 seconds behind Chuck Carter. David Raleigh is P5 0.1 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Gregory Myers entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P6. Kevin Miller is P10 0.4 seconds behind Lou Mascarelli. Kenny Mervin is P13. Lou Mascarelli is P10 0.4 seconds behind Kevin Miller. Chuck Carter entering the pits is P11. Chuck Carter is P11. Ken Rodriguez is P4 0.7 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. David Raleigh is P5 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P10 2.6 seconds behind Kevin Miller. David Raleigh is P5 1.1 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Chuck Carter is P12. David Raleigh is P5 0.9 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11. 15 minutes remaining in the session. David Raleigh is P5 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11. David Raleigh is P5 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Andrew Werner entering the pits after 13 laps on mediums is P3. Marc Degraw is P2. David Raleigh is P5 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Andrew Werner is P5. David Raleigh is P4 0.9 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. John Watton is P6. Samuel Mervyn is P14. Samuel Mervyn entering the pits after 5 laps on softs is P14. David Raleigh is P4 1.0 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Marc Degraw is P2. Andrew Werner is P5. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Andrew Werner is P5. Ian Jolicoeur entering the pits after 12 laps on mediums is P1. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Andrew Werner entering the pits is P5. Ken Rodriguez is P3 0.8 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. Andrew Werner is P5. David Raleigh is P4 0.8 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Chuck Carter is P12. John Watton is P6. Andrew Werner is P5. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P9. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Marc de Gras is P2 with 40 kilos. David Raleigh is P4 0.8 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderón is P11. David Raleigh is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderón is P11. John Wathan is P6. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Samuel Mervin entering the pits after 2 laps on softs is P14. Samuel Mervin is P14. Ken Rodriguez is P3 0.5 seconds ahead of David Raleigh. David Raleigh is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Samuel Mervin is P14. David Raleigh is P4 0.2 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Marc de Gras is P2. David Raleigh is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Brian Story is P8. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Bennett Mervin is P15. David Raleigh is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. John Wathan is P6. David Raleigh is P4 0.3 seconds behind Ken Rodriguez. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Ken Rodriguez is P4 0.1 seconds behind David Raleigh. Bennett Mervin entering the pits after 14 laps on softs is P15. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Bennett Mervin is P15. Ken Rodriguez is P4 0.4 seconds behind David Raleigh. 5 minutes remaining in the session. David Raleigh is P3 0.4 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Bennett Mervin is P15. Sergio Calderon is P11. John Wathan is P6. David Raleigh is P3 1.1 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Brian Story is P8. David Raleigh is P3 1.4 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Kenny Mervin is P13. David Raleigh is P3 1.7 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P9. David Raleigh is P3 2.0 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Sergio Calderon is P11. David Raleigh is P3 2.0 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Kevin Miller is P9. John Wathan is P6. Mark DeGraw is P2. Samuel Mervin is P14. Samuel Mervin entering the pits after 3 laps on softs is P14. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 40 kilos. Samuel Mervin is P14. Andrew Werner is P5. Lou Mascarelli is P10. David Raleigh is P3 2.0 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Chuck Carter is P12. Gregory Myers is P7. Kenny Mervin entering the pits after 14 laps on mediums is P13. David Raleigh is P3, 2.0 seconds ahead of Ken Rodriguez. Chuck Carter is P12. Ian Jolicoeur is P1 on softs. The leader has just finished the race. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. John Wathan is P6. John Wathan is P6. Sergio Calderon is P11. Sergio Calderon is P11. Marc Degraw is P2. Kevin Miller is P9. Marc Degraw is P2. Chuck Carter is P12. Gregory Myers is P7. Gregory Myers is P7. Chuck Carter is P12. Bennett Mervin is P15. Bennett Mervin is P15. David Raleigh is P3. David Raleigh is P3. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Brian Story is P8. Brian Story is P8. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Andrew Werner is P5. Lou Mascarelli is P10. Samuel Mervin is P13. Kenny Mervin is P14. Andrew Werner is P5. Chuck Carter is P12. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Chuck Carter is P12. Samuel Mervin is P13. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Ken Rodriguez is P4. Mark DeGraw is P2. 85 minutes remaining in the session. 80 minutes remaining in the session.